Hey guys, Mac here. So a thought was coming into my mind. There is a famous saying, "Eat your frog." Now that saying was coined by Mark Twain, and later on, Brian Tracy actually has used that concept in a phenomenal way. He has actually written a book as well, but he has actually accelerated that concept in today's modern times. Brian Tracy needs no further introduction. He's a well-renowned personal success expert, sales and marketing, motivational thought leader, and he has actually written quite a number of blogs, book on that particular concept. And at its core, eat your frog. The concept, the notion has to do with doing your most important task very early in the morning. So whenever you get up in the morning, because your mind is fresh, your brain is active, and rather than endlessly scrolling on social media, checking your emails, doing all these mundane activities that can essentially wait during the later part of the day, the idea is that you focus on the most productive tasks that will yield you better results for that particular day for significant amount of time. And so that's the basic idea, right? So as I started thinking about that, right, I was thinking, is there any way for us to elevate that concept rather than staying at the granular level of day by day basis? Is there any possibility to apply that at much higher level, much broader level? And then as I started extrapolating on what I have done, right, of course nothing significant, nothing extraordinary, that is what I have done, but I ended up doing 2 or 3 most dreaded tasks. Like eating your frog is sort of equating to doing the most dreaded task that you don't essentially look forward to doing, but you ought to be doing. And when you do that, it opens up the entire day for you. So I wanted to kind of raise that at much higher level. And then I started thinking about, is there any way for us to apply this concept at much more broader level, not on a day by day basis, but kind of applying it holistically on a broader vision at like 2 to 5 year levels, something along that line, right? And I realized that I have done like 2 or 3 things now that can be perhaps equated into eating your frog. So case in point number 1, I wrote my own book. Now writing a book is one of the most dreaded activity that you can undertake. If you have written a book, you can essentially relate to me what I'm talking about. And it so happened that now I have not only written one book, but I have written or co-written 4 books now in variety of different areas: technology, leadership, entrepreneurship, marketing. So that was one idea, like that was one of the most dreaded tasks that I have done it, and it is out of my way. So that has opened up a whole lot of avenues for me in many ways, in terms of getting some recognition. Book is my now business card. I'm able to separate myself from my peers out there in the market. So all those things, right? So I'm not like thinking at like day by day level, but at much more higher level. So that is one thing that I can think about. The second most dreaded task that I have ended up doing now is I created my own digital marketing course. It's called How to Kickstart Your Digital Marketing course, beginner level guide for that, right? But now I haven't stopped over there. I have actually now taken this most dreaded task at multiple levels. So I have created now my multiple courses. One of my course on corona proof business system is getting published in like a couple of days. So I'm very excited about that. I also published now a course on how to become like speedy Kindle evergreen publisher. That course is also coming up out there. I'm also producing one more course on effortless instant author. So how to become an author in less than an hour. So the idea is that these are all you can equate to sort of dreaded activities, and by writing a book, by creating my own courses now, it is giving me ability to create multiple versions of me. So because I cannot be everywhere, anywhere in front of my audience, right? They can simply learn from me through these books, through these courses that I've done. So that was one idea that I wanted to kind of share with you, that how this Eat Your Frog not only applies at day-to-day level, but also at higher magnitude, higher elevation, at a broader perspective. So because now I have written or co-written a couple of different books, because now I have produced or in the process of producing multiple courses, it is opening up a lot of avenues for me. It is going to open up a lot of avenues for me that can all become my marketing collateral. And I thought sometimes your mind acts in variety of different ways. So as I started extrapolating on and mapping from the from the metaphorical perspective in terms of Eat Your Frog, not at a granular level, but also at like a broader holistic level, that concept still holds true. That is what I can think about. And the other point that I can think about is like creating my own course, right? That was my dreaded task, that was specific to me. Or maybe writing that book, right? That was my dreaded task. So that may not equate to essentially what your dreaded tasks would be or could be, right? So in my case, I had it was like a quantum leap that I had to take in terms of staying in front of TV screen for 4 hours, right? In terms of creating my master class or writing the book, right? Writing 200 pages plus book was no simple act, right? So that those were sort of my own Eat Your Frog type of activities. That may not be the same for you. So you need to figure out, you need to find out what is that are your own Eat Your Frog sort of dreaded activities, most important activities that will give you most bang for the buck. Now the other thing I will say, and I'll end with this, that when I was doing my own masterclass or when I'm producing all these courses now, or when I started writing or co-writing books, right, I was not necessarily thinking about this Eat Your Frog concept. But now that I kind of look back, now that I'm able to extrapolate, I see there is a lot of substance, there is a lot of value in this Eat Your Frog day. And I thought that was pretty fascinating. I wanted to share that with you. So think about what are some of those dreaded tasks that is prohibiting you, provided if you do that, that will allow you to achieve bigger leaps, greater leaps in terms of whatever goals, aspirations, goals, vision that you are trying to incorporate. So signing off for now.